Hi, I'm Ken Ono, CEO of Attract Freedom, the man who would love to eradicate possibility blindness. You know, we have two visions, an inner vision and an outer vision. And we want to work on the inner vision so that the outer vision will be right. I want to talk to you today about why do we get stuck, because we talk about success all the time. I'm sure you've read millions of things about success, but the biggest problem we have is we can motivate you. You know, you come to a show, we motivate you, we get you all pumped up, hyped up. We tell you about the fact that nobody can change your reality except yourself, that you should not listen to other people, that you're 100% responsible, you shouldn't be a victim. You know, all the things to make you understand that yes, you are in control. But no matter how much we tell people, it's great, but it fades away after a while. And this is the challenge for most motivational speakers. As a matter of fact, the thinking from the start, but you have to understand why we get stuck. We're here. You want to get here, right? And as soon as we get here, all of a sudden, something happens. We hit on an old thing else that tells us maybe I'm not good enough, it's not possible. It could be us telling ourselves that or somebody else telling us that. And then we back to square one. So that is a big challenge. And another big challenge is that sometimes this is the belief. We want to be here, but we want to be here also. And we don't know how to let go of here to get to here. So when we move in, we're moving here, and then that starts moving away, or you have opposite forces. This is coming forward, and this is moving back at the same time. We know what we want, but at the same time, we're not willing to let go of what we have already. I'm sure that affects you for that matter. So, how do we get out of a stuck state? Because it's a cycle, it's an oscillation. 4 things I want to talk to you about today that can help you. First, you have to know that it's a stuck state. In anything in the world, that's why Alcoholics Anonymous always comes to mind. If you're an alcoholic, the only way you're ever going to be healed is to recognize that you're an alcoholic. But if you don't accept and become aware that that is a problem, you're never going to get anywhere. Forget about it. You're not going to move from where you are today. If you see that your results are not what you want, then you have to change the course to get new results. So first, you become aware. So that's the first thing. Number 2 is that you have to have your mind relaxed. In other videos and articles that I've written, I talk about, the whole thing about why we are all potential geniuses, that you have what they call the mammalian brain and the reptilian brain. One is responsible for emotional safety, the other one is responsible for physical safety. That's part of our brain structure, right? The old rudimentary brain. And if there's no physical safety and emotional safety, learning does not transpire. Similarly, your environment, you're not in a relaxed enough environment. Not that people can't, there are people who succeed in stressful environments, but in the long run, they do peter out sometimes. But those 2 things are very important, to be relaxed. Because when you're relaxed, you're in the moment. When you're not relaxed, you're outside of the moment. And when you're outside of the moment, you can't think clearly. It's like, they say you cannot see the picture when you're in the frame. It's like, your face is stuck on the wall. And because your face is stuck on the wall, you can't see the room around you. Yeah, you got to take yourself away from the problem that you're dealing with. Come to it, get to that problem from a different mindset, if you know what I mean. They say a problem that occurs now cannot be solved with the same thinking that brought the problem in the first place. So you got to really understand that you have to relax. Now we could go into the whole thing of, alpha, the brain waves, alpha waves. Well, beta waves are the ones that we normally are in all the time. Alpha waves are the ones that are slower than the beta waves, and alpha is the best state for any learning procedure, but to manifest, to be able to be in control, to be aware, and to be able to get things done better, you have to be in alpha. And in alpha, you do that by relaxing. And the best way to do it is to simply breathe. Learn how to breathe properly. In through your nose, all the way. You should feel your diaphragm raise, out through your mouth. And you do that several times. In, out, in, out, in, out. And then you start to feel your body calming down. Once you've reached that stage, you are now centered. You're in the moment. A lot of people always say, if you want to always get back into the moment, just focus on your breath. Because you can't focus on your breath and focus on something else at the same time. So when you're focusing on your breath and you're doing it really in all the way and then out all the way, you're going to realize all of a sudden, boom, everything is going to function the way you want it to function. All right? So first of all, be aware. Secondly, release or breathe properly. Breathe properly, and then it starts to work out for you. And then the next one is you start, once you've done that now, then you bring the real awareness, because now you're in the moment, you bring the real awareness to the situation. And then it allows you to respond properly to what you need to do, which is number 3, because you don't want to react. What normally happens is when we're really stressed out and we're not really there, we have the plans, but we're not focused. What happens is we then don't manifest the things we want, right? So you respond and not react. All right? And by responding now, you're able to calculate the choices you make in the moment to get to where you want to go. Of course. And then the one more thing to remember, is to take action. And that sometimes holds us back, because yes, you're here, you want to get to here. Now even if you stumble on a fear, take some action. Even if it's the wrong action in the moment, it is an action and it is moving you somewhere. And what it does really is it gives you feedback. It tells you if you're moving towards where you want to go or away from where you want to go. But it is an action, and it's better than doing nothing at all. So remember that, okay? And also something to keep in mind is that if you don't ask, the answer is always no. So ask, listen, and ask. And do what you have to do, because you were born with greatness within you. Take it easy, and remember, you don't have to chase success or freedom. You can attract it.